The mission of his administration is to make Lagos Africa's sports hub. Under the year in review, Governor Akinwumi Ambode enhanced the state's sports culture with promotion of recreational events and staging international tournaments. The year started with Lagosians running to keep fit by joining an elite field of foreign athletes for the maiden Lagos City Marathon. The first international marathon in Nigeria in over 30 years had a record attendance of 33,753 runners, a laudable feat for a first marathon.
The most cheering news of that last edition for me was how the marathon changed the story of one of the runners in the person of Sarah Oluwaseun, a teenager from Ikorodu who won the Nigerian prize and was invited for the Paris Marathon by its organizers. There are many youths in Sarah's neighborhood and other parts of Lagos who want to emulate her instead of engaging in antisocial behavior. This is very heartwarming for this government.
One of the biggest football brands in the world, FC Barcelona, having signed a deal with the Lagos state government, opened and run a football academy in Lagos. FC Bescola, which is one of a kind soccer school that will train future and instill discipline in kids in time with tested values of the Spanish giants, which has produced top world-class players.
The school is supposed to run for as long as schools run. Schools run forever. And we hope that there will be some sort of succession after people like us have left this behind. But this is going to be an institution that's going to take care of some of the gaps that we might have in grassroots football, and also try to improve the way grassroots football is being handled in the country.
Lagos also hosted the inaugural Africa Basketball League, and the successes recorded in the debut season was largely on the support given to the organizers. 3 Lagos clubs also participated in the league, which brought other basketball clubs from 3 other African cities to Lagos. The International Table Tennis Federation ITTF World Tour Challenge Series also stopped in Lagos with table tennis players from 16 countries across the world for the Premier Lotto Nigeria Open, which was held at the Sir Molade Okoya Thomas Indoor Sports Hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium.
The standard from year to year continues to get better. A lot more players this year, European, different styles. And I think that's what's good for our younger players. They need to learn quickly. And the standard was very high this year. And that's how come you can see the guys in the finals very strong.
Under the year in review, the Lagos State government, through the Lagos State Sports Commission, strategically regenerated development from the grassroots, working with private institutions and sports organizations to drive and encourage mass participation in sports. The newly introduced developmental and clinics for secondary school students in 5 education districts saw participants being tutored and mentored on the rudiments of sports with the hope of encouraging them to take to the game of sports. The various sports facilities across the state were a beehive of activities for hundreds of youth who participated in various developmental competitions and talent hunt programs organized by the Lagos State Sports Commission in conjunction with various sports associations. The commission provided opportunity for competitors to showcase their skills, and some of them now have their database collated for further training. Top Flight Football also returned to Lagos in 2016, and the state, which hitherto have no team in the Professional Football League, has 2 clubs, Ikorodu United and MFM Football Club, ensured that football fans enjoyed weekends of top league actions at the Onikan Stadium and Agege Stadium. The second derby between the teams brought the number 1 citizen to the Agege Stadium.
Lagos State has never had any club in the Nigerian Premier League in the last 20 years. When we used to hear about stationary stores, NEPA, and what have you. So now you have 2 teams, MFM and then Ikorodu Bombers, playing a local derby. Should I be sitting at home? That's why I'm here.
Unfortunately, Ikorodu United was relegated after the historic season in which football returned to its traditional home, but MFM will keep the state's ardent fans coming out on match day for their home ties. In the present administration's policy of an all-inclusive governance, special people were not left out of sports development, with the associations in charge of people with disabilities staging tournaments in deaf athletics, deaf table tennis, para soccer, and para powerlifting. The government's public and private partnership also bore another landmark initiative that resonates the school's development in Lagos State. The state was electrified with the presence of over 6,000 students from Lagos State's public and private secondary schools that competed for honors in the maiden Heritage Bank Lagos State School Olympics. The 3-day school sports championship, fashioned in the tradition of Summer Olympic Games, featured 5 sports: basketball, athletics, handball, table tennis, and swimming. For the second time under the stewardship of Governor Ambode, the state staged the annual Governors Cup Lagos Tennis Championship at the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, Onikon. The 2016 tournament, which was the 16th in the series of the International Tennis Federation approved pro circuit, had emerging future stars from 39 countries across the world play for the ATP and WTA ranking points in Lagos. The state saved the best for the last and ended 2016 on very high heights of sporting accomplishments by hosting successfully the Confederation of Africa Football Beach Soccer Africa Cup of Nations at the Eko Atlantic City. The flagship event brought top 8 countries, including host Nigeria, together and battled for tickets to represent the continent at the World Cup this year, further to enhance the reputation of Lagos as a hub of sports in Africa. 2017 promises to be another achievement-laden year for sports in Lagos, with the state celebrating 50 years.